How's everybody doing today? We got a brand new episode of Just a Little Salt. My very first nurse on the podcast, my very close friend, Nurse Stankk. I'll let him introduce himself. Tell the audience a little bit about yourself, your job, beginnings, all that.
What up, guys? It is Nurse Stankk. I should have said Carson White, aka Nurse Stankk, Carson White, aka whatever. It's the same thing. You get it, you know. So I'm a registered nurse in the ER. I mean that alone that explains the nurse that explains the stank. It all just kind of comes together. When people ask, I mean, because Nurse Stank has a different meaning, but when people ask like what stank stands for, I just tell them it stands for ER. It's pretty
Yeah.
general of where that comes from. But yeah, so that's what I do. I literally just make videos about what I experience. None of it is made up. They're just it's actually a documentary about my life. Pretty much is
Yeah.
what I film.
That's fair. Um, yeah, like I said, you're the first nurse that I've interviewed, and let me tell you, your stuff's hilarious. It's so relatable. If every nurse I dealt with in the ER acted like you, I would have dealt with a lot less arguments, with people. Just seems like you're pretty chill. But looking back, how long have you been a nurse?
Like 2 years and some change.
Okay. What originally inspired you to be a nurse?
So I mean, it all started back like when I was in high school. Um, there was a way to get out of high school early. It was like the you could do junior and senior year. You could do half high school, half college. So I was like, and then I you could do like work, like real man work stuff, like blue collar. You could weld, you could build. Um, I can't do that. I can't. I'm not. That ain't going. So I was like, oh, I'll be CNA. I had my grandma who still currently is a CNA. She's like 77. She's been a CNA for 50 something years.
Hmm.
And I've seen her do it. I had an aunt who was an LPN. Every family get together we had, she always had on like the Mickey Mouse scrub top. Always had a cigarette. I was just like, and I mean, like the way they talked about work, but they loved it at the same time.
Yeah.
It was just so chaotic, but they were so funny about it, and I think that kind of helped a little bit because I always liked. I mean, of course helping people. Obviously, I mean, who doesn't? But just hearing their stories and just being involved with that. But then if something went wrong, like knowing how to help someone, it was just nice. Like it was
Hmm.
just everything that I wanted all in one spot. So it all started junior year, and then here we are.
Awesome. Let me ask you something because I talk a lot about my grandmother.
Mhm.
She wasn't a firefighter. She wasn't in the medical field. She was just an amputee lady that grew up on a farm. But I get a lot of my humor from her. So, is your grandmother? Do you get a lot of humor from her as far as on the job stuff, or someone
Oh,
else?
absolutely. I mean, in some of the humor, like she definitely just has to say with family because I mean she's like just unfiltered when she
Yes.
talks. And it's a
Yes.
good unfiltered. It's just something you're like, I probably wouldn't say that in front of a group of people, like people I don't know. I'd probably keep that to myself.
Yeah.
So, but that's like the healthcare humor though,
Hmm.
because there's a difference between just regular humor and then healthcare humor. Because when you combine those, sometimes healthcare humor comes off as like standoffish, like
Yes.
something's wrong with this person. But
Hmm.
with my aunt and then like my grandma when they would get to talking, I mean they would have the whole party. I mean everyone would just sit and listen because it's like holy, oh my god, you experienced that, but they were funny about it. Like
Yeah.
so that's the humor exactly.
Hey, man, that's crazy. So, a lot of your videos, you showcase the real side of nursing. A lot of funny things that happen. But what do you think is the hardest part of nursing that people don't see, like everyday people?
Oh, it's the tedious tasks that completely go unnoticed. With that being like, I mean, it's as simple as like I need a pillow. In a regular mind, it's like or just a regular person that is there, getting the pillow is a simple task. But I made a video about this, and you get asked to go get a pillow. As soon as you step out of that
Hmm.
patient's room, you are free game to anyone in that hospital.
Hmm.
Just because you have to, but and then you get sidetracked, but then you have to level out your tasks. So just because you ask me for a pillow first, but
Hmm.
someone's like, "Hey, I need help turning this patient and cleaning them," like I obviously going to go do that,
Yeah.
and then it just snowballs. So then there's nurses or even just healthcare workers in general get labeled as lazy or that they don't care.
Hmm.
So that's the part that they don't see is just the small tedious tasks that get us labeled as people who don't care, that aren't generous. Like that's the part that sucks.
No, no, I agree completely. I witness it all the time when I go in the hospital. Y'all stay pretty busy. You got a lot
Mm-hmm.
of things going on, and that's why I enjoy my job. I get that patient for a max of 30 minutes, and then I hand them off to y'all. But y'all can have them for hours and hours and hours, and you have multiple patients to deal with. So,
And then we call
oh,
you back for a ride home.
yes, yeah. Sometimes 30 minutes later, like I should have just stayed. you know.
Yup, yup.
Would you say that has nursing changed at all since you first started?
Um, I mean that is a really good question. I mean, I feel like it's just changed. Like they try to implement so much stuff left and right. I mean, because I've only worked at two like different hospitals,
Hmm.
and they implement so much stuff, but I mean, it is ever changing, but it's like some of the stuff they implement, it's like it's not really what they want or what we want, but it's
Hmm.
stuff that they're like, oh well, we'll try this and we'll try this and we'll try triaging people in the lobby, like we'll try doing that, and then it's like little stuff where they try to,
Yeah.
but in the end, it's not like really what we want. But I would say it has changed a lot,
Hmm.
but I can't give like too much since I've only been 2 years and two
Yeah.
different
Yeah.
hospitals. But even with just that, I mean,
Yeah.
every day there's something.
So I know you've only been doing it 2 years, but I'm sure you've already dealt with this. So all of us have those patients that will say abuse the system. You see them periodically. They might come in and they might tell you up front, "Hey, I just want a turkey sandwich. That's what's wrong with me."
Bless it.
Um,
Then here you go.
yes, yes. Have you ever experienced burnout yet or compassion fatigue, just as far as patients like that?
1,000, and it's so sad to say that. I remember even feeling that like just weeks into becoming a nurse.
Hmm.
I mean, because at first, you love it, the hustle and bustle, and you're like, oh, I'm getting it. And then, like, week three, you're like, all right, wow, shit, I'm still doing this. Okay. And it's the same energy. And then you do. I mean, because you get the same people or you get you get cussed out and yelled at
Yes.
for something that you can't control, and then you can't do anything. I mean, because you're a nurse. I mean, you can't.
Yeah.
I'm not going to sit there and argue with you and be an awful human as you just cuss me out and
Yeah.
just rain hellfire on me and my entire bloodline. But I have, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. That's something I've struggled with different parts of my career. I've been doing it over a decade, and it's hard sometimes. And that's a lot of people ask me advice on it. I'm like, try to have a positive outlook as much as you can.
Hmm.
At the end of the day, you're just there to help people, and sometimes people take out their stresses on you, and you just do your job.
You
And
and then I mean I'm yeah, because I'm sure you guys deal with it with the calls that come in because we hear it where it's like I have to take you to the hospital no matter what, but did you need an ambulance?
yes. And then I'll bring him to the hospital, and the nurse is like, "Why did you bring them?" I'm like, "Because they asked me to.
Yeah,
I can't say nah. I'm not taking you." You know?
yeah, exactly. And I hated when because I've seen nurses that there is some nurses that they know the system, but then when something happens, they completely forget the system. So,
Hmm.
like example for paramedics or EMS workers, anything like in the end of the at the end of the line, they're literally just doing their job and they're doing what they legally have to do. They're just bringing
Yeah.
it like if I'm not I would never be mad at a paramedic, but we're gonna shoot the shit. I'm gonna be like,
Yeah.
screw you for what
Oh
you
yeah.
just what you did, and he's gonna be
Yeah.
like, well, screw you because you're gonna call me, and then I got to go back up there and do it again. Like,
Yeah. Yeah. I know. You wrapped that patient up in a poop burrito. I knew you knew what was underneath that blanket.
yes, yes, dude.
Happens everywhere. So I've these are the type of messages I receive that blows my mind still is people that message me and say, "Hey, I got into EMS, I got into firefighting because of your videos." I'm sure you have received those already about nursing.
Hmm.
What's one big piece of advice you would give to your followers right now that are interested in nursing? What's one good piece?
The best piece I would say is, I mean, because it's scary, and this is the advice that I always give. I mean, it's you're going to experience like a lot of toxicity in healthcare. I mean, there's going to be a lot of instances where people, I mean, there's just going to be like hierarchy of nurses, and you're going to
Mm-hmm.
experience that. But once you really get into it, or you get past school, my main thing is always ask questions, because I brought up the whole hierarchy thing because even I experienced it, to where I've seen nurses, they're scared to even ask questions because
Yeah.
they're scared of how other nurses are going to react.
Mm-hmm.
And so I always say a curious nurse is the best nurse. So if anyone's getting into it, it is a lot of things at once. So just always ask questions.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, you'll ask someone, and they might give you just like a shit attitude where it's like, why are you
Yes.
the evil human? Just find the person that is, and a good person, but just
Mm-hmm.
always be curious, because I mean, you're dealing with people's lives. So
Yeah, I mean that's the exact answer I give to people asking about clinicals for paramedic class. Because when I went through my clinicals and I worked in the ER and the ICU, you could always figure out real quick the nurses that wanted to help you and the ones that didn't care that you were there. And
exactly.
yeah, and you got to gravitate towards those ones that are helpful because I learned so much from them during my clinicals. And
Mm-hmm.
it's the same, paramedic preceptors during my ride time, and you can learn a lot from those people, and then you can also gain sour attitudes from the people that don't want you to be there. So don't hang around them.
No, yeah, find the charge nurse mama that everyone that knows is like the unit mom that
Yeah.
will literally, and they call you baby after every sentence, or sweetheart, makes you feel at
Uh-huh.
home. Find
Yeah.
them, and yeah, just always be curious, and then never ever be down on yourself for not knowing something.
Yeah.
Trust me,
Yeah.
I'm not, no one's perfect.
Hmm.
Oh my gosh.
No, absolutely. Speaking of that charge nurse mama, have you ever had anybody in your career that's been sort of a mentor to you that's really helped you out compared to other people?
Oh yeah, exactly, and that's where the charge nurse mama comes from. Like, you find just one or two people that you can really
Hmm.
rely on, and I mean, you can ask a question to someone, and they're not going to answer it as well. So I would just agree with them and be like, yeah. And then I would go find charge nurse mama right after it, because she would break it down for me.
That's fair.
Exactly.
um, so you can be a nurse in many different places in the hospital. Why did you choose ER?
Oh, well, I was a CNA, obviously,
Hmm.
before a nurse, and I worked nursing home first. I was first at a nursing home for 4 months.
I bet that felt like 4 years.
See, it's got him worked up too,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
All right, bud. Hey, come here. Hey,
He's seeing
bud.
visions of Vietnam.
He is, dude. I'll tell. I said his nursing home. I don't know.
I've talked about a lot about runs that have broken me over my career. You don't have to go into specifics what the actual patient or situation you were dealing with, but have you ever experienced something on shift that has had you questioning, "Hey, I might not want to do this anymore. I don't know how to mentally process this." And if so, how did you get past that? How did you continue on and just handle it in general?
Oh, it was they had a like child protective case that came
Hmm.
in, and unfortunately, I didn't end with, I'm trying to say this in the nicest way.
Hmm.
Basically, I had to call or bring in the morgue, that kind of thing, with
Yes.
a very, very young patient, and
Yeah.
having to do CPR
Uh huh.
when they were brought in. And
Yeah.
I was doing it, but having to do that, and knowing, like, when, as a nurse or EMS or anything, once you see a patient, you already know if
Oh
it's going
yeah.
to be worth doing it or not.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I mean, once you saw the patient, I mean,
Oh yeah.
it was like, all right. And then once you find out like the cause behind it,
Hmm.
and then you're the evil in this world. And then
Yeah.
I mean, it was after that moment where I was like, oh wow,
Yeah.
I and then I couldn't imagine, because that's why I do stay away from peds, because kids, I mean, they are scary. They
Yeah.
scare me,
Hmm.
terrified of them. But seeing a sick child or something like that, nope.
Yeah. It's that's always been my sore spot too. Even though I got three kids, they still scare me. I'll treat them. I'll do my job to the best of my ability. But like you said, you see the evil in this world. Some of the conditions that these children are in and get brought in, it just it makes you so angry,
It does.
and it's a lot to process. Um,
And I give a lot of props to like police and stuff, to when they
hmm.
arrive on scene. I was like, I mean, shout out to you for keeping your cool, because
Yes,
I
yes,
just I don't know if.
hmm,
And then we've had instances where we've had nurses that can't go, like back out in the triage lobby because
hmm,
an incident's happened, and then we told them like, hey, blow off some steam.
yeah,
Like, I mean, we're humans too, and then our instinct is to protect people. But yes, when you see stuff like that, I mean,
oh yeah, it's rough.
exactly.
So we'll go more into the nurse Stank persona right now. So, like you said, you've been a nurse for about 2 years. So, what point in time did you make this social media account, and why did you? What made you start posting?
So it was randomly after, it was once I reached like my peak point of like burnt out, because
Hmm.
that's I was about 5 weeks. I was still in orientation as a new grad, and I mean, I reached my limit. I think I had like 11 patients at once in the ER. I mean, I was with a preceptor, so like we kind of split it up, but I mean, it was so much,
Hmm.
and I needed to vent, and I always did vent to coworkers, but I would crash out, and they would love it though,
Yeah.
because it wasn't a crash out where it's like, okay, he needs
Hmm.
professional help rather than us. It was just a funny crash out. So I got in my car. They told me to record it and send it to him like in a group chat,
Hmm.
because I just left and I was so pissed. So once I recorded it, I was like, here, I'll just post it like on TikTok or whatever, and everyone can see it. Dude, I woke up the next day and I was like, oh, HR is gonna be pissed. HR is gonna know my name. And then since then, I posted like every day after. It started off with car rants post shift, and then it just skyrocketed from there.
Yeah, it's unreal. Do you remember? Was there a specific video that kind of really blew up and really like changed everything for you?
Um, there was, I had it pinned at my like the top of my TikTok for the longest time. I was in blue scrubs, and I even had like the voice changer, because I was scared to like even express my. I was scared at first, so I was just like, I'll do a
Yeah.
voice changer, make it funny, and that one got like 7 million views, and all the healthcare workers and everyone were like, he just said like what I think daily. Like, do we work the same shift? I've never had an original thought. And I was like, bro, the crowd loves it.
Yeah.
I was like, wait, people experience this too?
Hmm.
And then there was that one that really got me to where like it snowballed off of that.
Yeah.
That was definitely the one.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's been less than 2 years, and when we did that comedy show together in Nashville, I was talking to my neighbor. She's a nurse, and I mentioned you, and she went nuts.
That is so crazy. I
And
remember you telling me that, and I was like,
yeah,
bro, this is nuts.
yes, yes. Just the random people that you'll talk to that know about you just by posting online. It's crazy.
Just by crashing out and talking about
Yeah.
just a shitty shift, and now they're like, oh yeah,
Hmm.
I know that stink guy, that yeah, stinky guy.
Nurse Stinky.
Yeah, exactly. I get it all the time. Or nurse skank. I'm like, okay, it's the same
Yeah,
thing.
whatever. That's fine. So I can tell you what the experience is of being a content creator with a fire department. My coworkers, they joke on me a lot. They'll
Mm-hmm.
give me shit, but at the end of the day, I love doing this. I'll continue to do this. What's the experience about your online presence and the nurses you work with? Do they support it? They make fun of you? What is it?
Ooh, now that's oh, you just kind of sent chills on my spine on that because
Uh oh.
that is like a that is a very hit or miss.
Mm-hmm.
You are either gonna have coworkers that are like, I can't wait to see what like you're gonna post today,
Mm-hmm.
or stuff like that. But then you have some that something minor happens and they'll say it in like a snarky attitude. They're like, "Oh,
Yeah.
well, I guess this is gonna be posted tonight."
Oh yeah.
Like you have little comments. And I got my other hospital, my first one, I
Mm-hmm.
got reported to HR from not people in the ER, but every other floor.
Yeah.
I got reported. But now they follow me and then message me and think I'm funny. I'm like, I know something that you don't. Well, okay,
Yeah.
but like it is it's hard because they'll look at it and say you don't need to be exposing patients and stuff like that when obviously I'm not.
Yes. And,
HR's cleared me multiple times.
yeah. I mean, I've been in the fire service since before Facebook was a thing, and seeing the change because like there was like social media policies, like people were scared to post even a dang selfie at work,
Mm-hmm.
and now you've got all these people like you and me doing videos, funny videos about what happens. And I think as long as you're smart with it, you don't include where you're at work, you don't include patients' personal information. Um,
Literally.
it's a great thing because like I talked about, it brings awareness, retention, recruitment. Like people actually want to do our jobs now because of the
Exactly.
videos they see online. So I think people are starting to realize that, and it's definitely a good thing. But you have to use it wisely. There's a lot of
And
learning.
that's the sad thing. I mean, I was literally scrolling on TikTok and I saw the live of, I'm sure you saw it, the nurse that was just giving meds, like
Hmm.
doing a med pass on live.
Yes.
I was like, I have never filmed in a hospital. I only did it once. I got approval from everyone. So
Hmm.
I did film like recently with my promo video. I did film in a hospital, but it was the closed off wing, whatever.
Yeah.
But I've seen like get ready to pass meds with me, and they're filming just in the Pixis room. I'm like, that's not what we don't do that.
No, that's common sense. That's yeah.
Like, yeah, exactly. That's
So have you ever had a patient recognize you?
I have. It was the funniest. It was literally first or second day orientation at my new hospital, and the patient was someone who unfortunately was had to have like more long term care in a hospital.
Hmm.
So they were involved more online with healthcare videos.
Yeah.
It just made sense with their algorithm. So they followed a lot of other healthcare creators. And when I walked in, they had their phone pulled up and they were looking at me. And it was one of those looks where it's like, I know they're looking at, like, you get this like
Yeah.
they're
Yeah.
looking at me.
Oh yeah.
And then all of a sudden I'm like, hey, I'm Carson, whatever. And they're like, oh yeah, I know. And they pull around their phone. I'm wearing the same exact outfit, like in the video that I am in person. I'm like, no
Yeah, it's me.
denying that. God,
Yeah. Yeah, I
they're
had
so cool.
one girl and her mom. They both were there and they recognized me. That's been the only encounter so far, but it's surreal. I'm like, yeah, that's me. And I was waiting. I'm like, I was waiting for them to say, I hate your videos or you're a disgrace. But they were, oh, we love your videos. I was like, thank God.
Yes, that's how I was too. I was just like everything. My butthole was puckered. I was like, "Oh God, they're gonna record me and say like he's a terrible
Mm-hmm.
nurse or whatever." And
Mm-hmm.
then they're just like, "Oh my God, you're the best person." And I'm like, oh, like someone
Uh,
thinks so.
so what's the funniest DM you've ever received from somebody on your account?
Oh my God. I mean,
We
if I
discussed one at the comedy show. but I didn't know if you received any more or if you
Is
remember
that is
that.
that? Can I say that one,
Underwear guy, I don't care. I don't care if you say that
dude? It was literally
because I received it too.
from the same person, right?
Yes, yes,
It is someone that DMs to buy used, mind you.
yes,
This is all used wear and tear of underwear, socks. Like we've reached that point to where people are like, "I'll buy." But not. I mean, this is I only had really one encounter.
yes.
So, but yeah, people have asking to buy used underwear. And mind you, if it's 12-hour used underwear, I don't want it. I don't even want
No,
it.
no, put it in the biohazard bag. But yeah, that's crazy because when we were talking about it and you mentioned it, I was like, that guy messaged me too. And when it happened, I showed my wife because it was hilarious. She was like, "Well, let me pick them out for you." I'm like, calm down.
Yeah.
It's just like $200. I'll work for that. I'm not sending my underwear to somebody.
Well, I've reached a point because once I was starting and everything, I was like, I mean, $200 for
Yeah,
I was like used undies. I mean, come on, I'm not gonna do anything with them.
yeah. Oh man, that's crazy.
But I
Um,
know I was so relieved when someone like or like once you actually showed me like what you saw or got from them too. I was like, oh my god, I'm so glad
yeah,
I'm not alone.
yeah. So me posting has brought out a entirely new personality I didn't know existed. I was a very big introvert as a kid. Um, would you say you were the same, or are you the exact person you post?
I mean, I unfortunately I am the exact same. I it is like to a T because like when
Hmm.
people see me out in public, I mean, I'll get in trouble because I'll stand there and talk for 30 minutes. I'll even at some point I even think I make them uncomfortable because I'm like, oh my god, you want a picture? Like, come on, let's do it. And they're like,
Yeah,
whoa, whoa.
yeah.
But oh yeah, I was doing plays, musicals, um, posting online even when I was like 7 on my mom's Facebook. I made movies
Hmm.
on my iPod Nano with friends. Oh yeah, I would dangerous extrovert.
Yeah, the exact opposite of what I was. See, both my sons. I'm hoping one day maybe one of them will carry on the mantle of me when I get old and gray. One of them he does plays right now. He's the lead in the school play right now. Super outgoing. The other
That's
one is
awesome.
the funniest kid you'll ever meet. So there,
Mm-hmm.
it's like they got both qualities. But
That's
hopefully
awesome.
one day when I get too old and can't post anymore, I get to be one of those old guys like I can't figure out this damn phone.
So I got you.
Yeah. Um, so what do you say the hardest thing about balancing this content creation thing? Because it takes a lot of work. People don't realize the editing and the recording and the thinking of what you're going to do. Balancing that and your nursing life. What's the hardest part about it?
Oh, trying, probably trying to be positive. I'm going to be simple as that. Trying to balance and be positive all at the same time.
Hmm.
Because I mean, with what I'm doing, or even with what we're doing, I mean, this the like 3 different lives that we have of doing this, that, and the other. Like, it is such a blessing, and I love it.
Hmm.
And but I mean, there's some days where it's like I got to remind myself, like, oh, dude, you got to be like positive right now. Like this is
Yeah.
good, and it is a good thing, but with it comes a lot of stress. And I got to remind myself. I'm like, remember, this is a good thing. This is
Yes.
good stress. Like
Hmm.
this is good. So I would say the hardest part and everything just being staying positive for certain situations for sure.
Oh yeah. No, absolutely. Shania, watching your account, watching your videos, I've been introduced to a lot of creators. I believe Nurse John is who you went on with shows and everything.
Yes.
Super funny guy. I've seen a lot of his videos. If you could collaborate with any medical creator you haven't yet, who would it be?
Stephen Ho.
I don't know who that is. I'll have to look him up.
He is an ER. He's a tech or a CNA,
Okay.
and he posts. He's almost just like me. He'll post like skits of ER, and he's like the raunchy too. Like he'll
Yeah.
cuss and he'll show like real gross stories, like funny, but like it's
Yeah.
ER.
Yeah.
And he has messaged me and everything, but I would say first one that comes to mind would be Stephen Ho. He is. he just reminds me of me. I mean, he's just the ER tech that's seen the crazy shit, and he's yeah, he
Yeah.
posts the stories.
Oh man. Well, hopefully that'll happen one day. I mean, it seems like you're going around everywhere. You know, you're around the country, so one day you can link up.
I
You've
know.
been,
I'd say at one point I got across him or something.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I know. Like I said, I mentioned you were at a lot of Nurse John shows. You're doing this Heroes Off Duty thing, like me.
Hmm.
You're doing your own show, I believe. You know, in your hometown
Yes,
soon. Um, Man, what's that like? Because just getting to travel the country.
it's like that is it. That's the good stress. That's the a lot going on, and like it's the a lot going on that I wanted to go on. So
Hmm.
I mean, it's so surreal to
Yeah.
even. I would have never have thought like stand up comedy would have been a thing for me.
Hmm.
I loved entertainment and everything,
Yeah.
but stand up comedy because that's like the main thing I'm kind of going or in right now, and just being how I even got there, but it was through the help of others, just
Hmm.
of other genuine, humble people, like meeting you and everyone else in Tennessee and
Hmm.
John. Like, I wouldn't have been able to do it without just meeting all you guys, asking for advice, you guys being humble enough to, like, example for this, doing a podcast with you. Like, it's just been so surreal with everything.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, in Tennessee, I learned a lot from you guys because it was my very first stand-up comedy show. I got asked to do it, and I did a lot of soul searching. I didn't know if I was going to for a while because I knew it was going to be different than the
Mm-hmm.
content creation thing, and it was. For those watching right now, being funny on the internet and being funny on a stage is a lot different. You know,
Very.
you can edit yourself on the internet. You cannot edit yourself when you're up on stage in front of people. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, let's
Shit.
keep going. Yeah, we'll
Yep.
try something else. Uh, but it's just been a surreal experience, and I liked it. You know, and hopefully I can continue to see you. You know, thrive like that because it's fun. You know, seeing each other get new opportunities and see where
Yes.
we go next, and it'll be
Absolutely, dude.
interesting.
Exactly.
Out of everywhere you've been so far with shows, what would you say has been the coolest area you've got to go to and experience?
Oh my goodness, dude. I mean, I would probably have to say this is so good. I don't know when we went to Florida,
Hmm.
that crowd in Miami, that was the energy was it was late night weekend Florida. All the nurses and stuff are just out and feral and drunk, and everyone's lit. And it's Florida, so they see whatever I
Yeah.
see is nothing to them,
Yes.
nothing. And so they're all just they get it. They're just completely crazy with everything going on. And I would have to say Florida. I mean, obviously scenery and everything, but the people were just everyone was just so nice and outgoing. But
Yeah, Florida providers are a whole different animal. Somebody came up to me at I forgot where one of those conventions I was at that was a paramedic in Florida and showed
mhm.
me a picture of an alligator attack. I'm like,
Like,
what? What do you even do when you roll up in the ambulance on that and the dude's like missing a leg? Like,
yeah, who do I call? Like Avengers? At this point, this is like an Avengers level threat. Like
yeah,
who can take care of this?
yeah. The scene is not safe. There's a damn alligator around here. I'm staging for PD. Like, bring the
There's
gun.
an alligator that got a taste of
Yes.
human meat, and he's
Yeah.
gone, mind you.
It's just unreal, man. You know, all of us around the world, really, you know, we have universal experiences, but you know, some of us are a little different. Those Florida people, man, they see a lot.
They're their own thing.
Yeah. What would you say that a what's one nursing pet peeve that will send you into orbit instantly, make you
Oh,
upset?
um, like it's so if like another nurse does it, or
Yes. Yeah.
it's the small, it's the handoff, and if they want to go like room to room, but they'll go around the room, and it's like your mom. when
Oh
she would
yeah.
just kind of like, throw like the little petty comments out there, like, the dishes are done, but I guess I'll do them because no one else wants to.
Yep.
Just kind of, and the whole house knows it, and she's kind of like slamming the dish. That's what pisses me off when
Yep.
it's tedious things that at my moment in time I didn't worry about, but they're like, fluids are hanging on the back of the bed, but not on a pole.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I'll go find a pole right now. It's
Oh
just
yeah.
little stuff like that where they're trying to almost like degrade you for just doing what I had to,
Yeah. Yeah.
and
The same
that's
thing
it. That's I
happens at
mean
fire
that's.
departments.
Mm-hmm.
Like at shift change, man, you'll get texts from people on the following shift and be like, "Oh, did you miss this? Why didn't you do this?" I'm like, "Okay, if you want to play this game, here's this, and this you didn't do last day."
Oh yeah, because we got, trust me, because we'll remember that and we'll get receipts
Yes,
and we
yes.
will hold that back.
I hate those type of people, so I've never been that one. If it's something that's habitual that you constantly do not do, then we'll address it. If it's something I don't do constantly on a shift basis, but people that constantly just look for stuff to nitpick, nah, I ain't got time for you.
Yeah, I was like, you should just wake up and just like brew this in your head, like, I'm gonna be a piece of shit this morning.
Yeah.
Like,
Mm-hmm.
mind you, it's night shift and day shifts coming in, so of course they want to go room to room, turn on the lights, and they're like, oh god, this your table tray is so dirty,
Yeah.
and it's just like a cup and a box
Mm-hmm.
of graham or a wrapper of graham crackers.
Yeah.
And they're like,
It's not
wow, I
like
guess your nurse was just too busy. And I'm just standing right behind them, like,
yeah, it's just a Coca-Cola. It's not a thing of piss. Like, calm
yeah,
down.
exactly. It's not, it's nothing like that. Like, come
Yeah.
on.
Jeez. So, if every nurse came with a warning label, what would yours say?
Oh, I'm sorry for the mess. And that quite literally means anything, whether that be an actual mess or just a mess.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry for the mess. I think that is the best general overview of what I am.
That's fair. That's fair. Uh, so, if your scrubs could talk, what would they say about you?
This is good. This is good. They would probably say, "Oh, stop being." Oh, yeah, so I would say stop being careless because some things, like, I could have taken more time to maybe do something, but I'm just
Mm-hmm.
so fastened in the moment that I'll either get on the floor to start an IV for something fast, or I'll have to move someone up in bed, and I'll get like all up on the bed, and then you get
Oh yeah,
you get
yeah,
particles on you.
yeah. I hate the poop particles. They're the worst.
Oh, and they'll get you, and they're quick. It's like
Yeah.
it's a magnet.
Oh yeah.
So that's what yeah, and they would scream that at me. My pants would scream that at me.
Out of all the jobs in a hospital, if you could trade places with one person, who would it be one day, just for one day?
Oh, I would probably. You know what? I would. I gotta go surgeon. I'm gonna go surgeon. I want to, and I say that just because I just want to just walk around and feel. I just want to. I want to walk with my back straight for once.
Oh yeah,
You know what I'm saying? If I knew what I was doing while I was them for a day, I just want to see what it feels like.
yeah. Just walk around like you're hot shit all day, like you're the
Y-
man. That'd be
exactly.
sweet.
If people look at me and they're terrified,
Yeah,
I have not a thought behind my eyes. I have no soul, and just
yeah,
and then go and do a surgery. Like, okay,
yeah. Man, the anesthesiologists when I did clinicals, they were all badasses. Like it was so funny watching them. Like I'd go and they'd show me and help me do intubations. One guy, he'd sit there, fill him with drugs, show me the intubation. Then he sit down and he start reading comic books. I'm like, this dude is making bank right now, and he's just living life.
exactly. There and that's the thing is at or a CRNA too, like it looks so easy. And then I just looked at the schools to apply, and I was like, oh, okay, I'll set this one out.
Yeah,
I'll sit this
yeah.
one out.
Oh yeah.
Apparently, you got to be like really smart and good with numbers.
Yeah, yeah. I'll just make people laugh online. That's fine. I'll just do that.
Yeah, I'll make little giggles or whatever. You guys do what you got to do.
So there's a lot of social trends, phrases, habits that have been brought on by TikTok. I've learned a lot from my 9-year-old son. What
Okay.
are there any that has made it into your real life work personality? Like you go around saying something or doing something you've seen off TikTok just to try to be funny.
Oh, the right now it's the like. Do I incorporate like a TikTok meme into work?
Yeah,
I the six
essentially.
seven.
Oh my
It's.
gosh,
I'm so sorry that
that's what.
I.
No, it's fine. It's fine. My son came home from school today, and he's got to do the project where they have a picture of a turkey, and they've got to hide it.
Uh huh.
And said, "Dad, we're going to make a 6-7 turkey." I said, "Oh no!"
No, no, no,
So
no,
I've got
no,
to
we're
do that.
not.
I've got to do that tonight. After we get done with the podcast, make a 6-7 turkey. If I told myself 10 years ago that's what I'm going to be doing, well, what are you talking about?
Yeah. What is that?
Yes, I try to say 6-7 as much as I can now, just so it becomes less cool, and my kids don't want to say it, but it hasn't worked yet.
I've talked like because a lot of my friends now are teachers, and
Hmm.
talking to them, they're like, I try incorporating that in everyday language, but they just eat it up and they love it.
Yeah,
And
it,
so they're like, I thought they'd get tired of it, like someone older saying it, and then when they say it, the kids just go nuts.
Yeah. When
So,
I picked up both my boys from school today, and they had these biggest smiles on their faces, looked like they had the best day of school ever. I'm like, "What happened?" They both got into the car. They're like, "Dad, today was the 67th day of school, so we had 6-7 day." I'm like,
oh no,
they
why is
said
so?
all
What
the
they?
teachers had a 6-7 hat on, blah blah blah. I was like, they're really embracing that. That's cool.
So we spent money on this.
Yeah, yeah. This is what I'm funding. A
This
six
this
seven
this
day.
is like this is a holiday. Okay.
It's I don't know, give it a month or two, it'll die out eventually. But
Oh,
I'm
a thousand
surprised it's
percent.
stayed strong as long as it has. So this brings us into our last question.
Okay.
If you had to rate your job like a Yelp review, what would you write?
Oh God. As a nurse, and I'm saying it.
Yes.
Okay. Some of the staff sucks. I it takes forever to get anything done.
Mm-hmm.
The doctor, I saw the doctor. I would say maybe once if I did see the doctor. I tried asking the nurse, and the nurse didn't really know anything because the doctor won't really tell him anything. So I'm gonna probably blame this and put this all on the nurse.
Mm-hmm.
And the paramedics were really rude when they brought me in because they just pulled me over and just really hurt me when I got pulled over in bed. So I would say this place is, as a nurse, it's just not. I would say I'd give it a out of 10, probably a 2.
Damn. I love it. I love it. Well, thank you, man, for coming on. It's been a pleasure. I know you have a lot of shows coming up, so if you want to just say where you're going to be, the dates, even if you know them, I never remember when I'm speaking. But
Oh,
if you
dude,
just want to talk about
absolutely.
that,
January 27th, Pat Rooge, New York. January 28th, Atlanta, Georgia. And then Pensacola, Florida, January 29th. And that's the Heroes Off
back to
Bead.
back. Yep. Well, everybody listening right now, if you're around that area, if you want to fly in, whatever, go see him. Dude's hilarious. There'll be a lot of other comics at those Heroes Off Duty shows that he's with. It you'll have a blast, trust me. But
Absolutely.
like I said, man, it's been a pleasure. Thank you for coming on. Hopefully, we'll link up again in the future. And
Oh, for sure.
yep, everybody, make sure to tune in. Just a little salt. New episodes out every 2 weeks, every Monday, 7 a.m. If you want to be on the show, make sure to send me a message to any of my social medias, and we'll try to get you on it. So I'll see you all in the next one.
Yes, sir.